On this episode of Outside the Box, we catch up with members of Team USA behind the scenes at Robot Rampage in New Zealand.
The Brazilian bots are so compact that most of them are just like billet aluminum or, integrated chassis of aluminum, and they're very formidable, They're the Brazilians.
Hello everyone, this is JediTrainee live on tape, live from Onehunga, Auckland, New Zealand at the Robot Rampage World Cup. And I'm here with Corey Nason and Johnny Sumpas, who had a great showing yesterday with their own robots, and you were here with them to hear from them what they think about how they did yesterday. So let's start with you, Corey, since you were the first one who fought against Australia with Synthesis 30. Can you tell us about how you feel and how you did?
I feel performance-wise, the robot did everything that it had to. I was very excited to fight the Australians because I feel like just coming here since day one, they've been so friendly and helpful and very inviting, literally trying to have us do anything that we can to be included in on the team. And so going into every single match, we rather than shake hands, we gave hugs because at the end of the day, it felt like we grew more in our family. So, but as far as the combat side, I feel Synthesis 30 did as well as it could. I could have gone into the fifth match, but
He wanted to let me play.
I wanted to let Johnny play after flying 16 hours to get here, so.
Yeah, it was nice of you to give somebody else a chance, but you almost single-handedly took care of Australia's team, so thank you for that. Johnny, you had one fight?
Yep.
Okay, how do you feel about that?
It was good. I fought Inator, which I was pretty scared of because in August they fought a horizontal, pinned it, and did a direct hammer saw shot straight into their batteries, and it kind of went viral. So I was worried. I was like, I don't want to go viral because I got hammer sawed. So I ran inverted because I have an AR bottom plate and had that on top. First hit, I got stuck right into their side armor, which was really fun. Spun out and I hit them really hard, and I guess it just blew their cans off their motors.
Their motors stopped working.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. But like Corey said, the thing I'm happy about most is just all the great friends and like almost a second family we're making here.
Yeah, it's really great being here. Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm loving it too.
Yeah.
Okay, one thing I've noticed is the recovery time. It's 8 minutes. You're used to like 20 minutes in the HRL.
Yeah, or like in the beginning of the day, hours.
So how have you adjusted to that?
So going into this event, knowing specifically that we have to design for 8 minutes, just looking down at the robot and looking at every possible thing that could break. Everything has connectors. Everything has the fewest screws possible, so that way when we're ready to go, those screws are coming out and not disconnecting, and we can get those motors back in place as fast as we can. Or to get into the batteries, it's only 3 screws. Putting those design considerations into the actual robot, so that way when it comes time, everyone knows what to do, and we're able to get it torn apart and back together within the 8 minutes. It is stressful, but overall, I like what Robot Rampage is doing because it gets the audience on the edge of the seat. Are they going to get the robot in time? Yeah. Are they going to get it how they want it? Are they going to be going in limping? And just leading up until that last minute, it's just very stressful but exciting at the same time because am I going to get the chance to be able to get it to where I need it to be? But overall, I love it. I honestly, it gives you a sense of, okay, I need a design specifically for it, and it also doesn't allow you to be able to change. I'm going to fight a horizontal next, so I'll put my horizontal setup on it. It makes it so that you have to set up the robot in such a way that it can fight most people rather than one specific setup for each.
Yeah, they did a really good job of eliminating what would be dead time in between fights of people fixing robots. That's the kind of the downfall of spectating at least every tournament, is that there is dead time in between fights, and I think they're really going for a long-term goal of being able to watch a tournament like a soccer match or a football match where you can just sit down and watch it in like 1 to 2.5 hours. I think that's the time frame they're going. So including the repair times as part of the excitement is really smart, because I think people also want to see that. You know, as a viewer, I would want to.
And not only that, just having a shorter event in general, like my fiance and my family, they might watch a little bit of NHRL, no disrespect to them, but NHRL being so long, it's so much information to take in, whereas they literally saw the whole event, watching it from start to finish, so it's easier to take in and understand, and I like that the announcers are explaining everything along the way, so at any point when you tune in, you're able to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the audience practically has front row seat to whatever you're doing to your robot when you're fixing it, changing the batteries and everything. Yeah. It's practically inside the arena.
And I feel like that's, well, being a nerd, I feel like that's one of the most exciting things, seeing what's inside of the robot. Yeah. And I feel like some of the audience that they look at the outside, they don't know what's going on inside, and they don't know what it takes to repair it. So giving them that one insight is amazing in my eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, so one last question. You are fighting Team Brazil tomorrow for the final championship. How do you feel about that? Are you ready, or what are your expectations about tomorrow?
I was saying I think Corey's ready, but I'm a little scared. They drive their robots really well, and the robots are really fast, and that's a bad combo for someone with a really slow spin-up time like me. Hopefully I can tune my ESC a bit better and get the spin up faster, but the Brazilian bots are so compact that most of them are just like billet aluminum, or integrated chassis of aluminum, and they're very formidable. They're the Brazilians. I would be surprised if they won, but I think we have a good shot overall, I would say.
Yeah, I think first and foremost we do need to pay respect to Brazil, because even though combat robotics was kind of started all over the world, Brazil has made the book on how to make a combat robot.
True.
They put in the work, they deserve the respect, they show up any event that they can, and they put in their heart. You can tell every chance they're working on the robots, getting it ready. So they're coming in with 100%. So I want to make sure it's perfectly clear I respect the Brazilians, and you can't underestimate them. Though watching them fight and actually fighting them back home in the United States, it has altered the way I drive. I know they're fast, so I have to be faster. I know they hit hard, so I have to hit harder. And I know they're going to be dominating and control it, so I have to dominate and control them. So it's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be a 5-0. It's going to be probably leading up to the very last match. 1v1. The last match will decide who's going to win. We're going to come in with our all. We're going to have jump rope. We're going to have Spartan 30. We're going to have synthesis 30. We're going to have bad blood. And then we're going to have the multi-bots, pain and panic. We're going to do whatever we can to show Team Pandemonium and the rest of the United States. And Christine, we're going to try our best to bring home the W and bring home the winning trophy.
100%.
You want to say last words?
Yeah, I mean, the Brazilians also just have such great energy. Any tournament they're at, I feel like becomes automatically better. They bring a really, really passionate, competitive vibe in a really good way. I say they're competitive in the best way possible, where when they win, they're cheering, and you can't help but cheer for them as well. Yeah. They're awesome. They're so kind.
And the very last thing, and I'm sure Johnny feels the same way, we need to reach out to the Endgame guys and the Robot Rampage crew. We wouldn't be here physically in New Zealand doing this without them. Them reaching out, them being there every step of the way to allow us to be able to participate in this is just a wonderful thing. Yeah. The fact that they're taking people that they don't even know halfway around the world, opening their homes and everything that they have to be able to allow us to live comfortably and be able to do this is amazing. So we want to come with our A game so we can kind of pay back in a way to show them a good show. So thank you, Jack. Thank you, Nick. Yeah. Thank you, the rest of the Robot Rampage crew.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah, I want to thank them too, because I've been wanting to come to New Zealand for so long, and finally now seeing what they have achieved in person is incredible. And I hope people keep supporting them because they're doing great things for STEM and great things for New Zealand and for the sport. And I will always support them. And I'm so happy to be here. Too.
Yeah. Oh, and one last thing. The only reason I'm at the level that I'm at is because of the NHRL. They have the very frequent events. It allows me to rapidly iterate on getting my robot to where it is today.
Yeah.
Without them, I would have a robot that might function but not perform. So I want to say thank you to Kelly, Sam, Austin McCord, everyone that's at the NHRL. Thank you very, very much, because
NHRL plug.
it gives us the ability to get to the level that we need to be able to perform at events like this.
100%.
Okay, well, thank you very much, guys, for talking to me. We'll be watching tomorrow and rooting for Team USA. Bye.
Bye.